So I became the general manager completely on accident. My first part of my career, the first 13 years, I was in retail banking.
Okay.
I worked for Old Kent Bank, which became Fifth Third, and then I went to National City, which became PNC, and I was in retail banking. And what that meant was I was a branch manager helping these branches go through this bank merger. And so I became pretty good at, I kind of came out of the womb leading. I'm the eldest child, and
Vibes. I can feel the energy from you.
I've always been a leader. And so, yeah, I started that career for 13 years, and then the Chamber of Commerce in Kalamazoo came calling, and they asked if I'd be interested in helping bring the chamber, which helps small businesses grow, come inside their economic development organization here. And I kind of was like, I didn't know what chambers did. But I thought, oh, it sounds interesting. And I was in my mid-30s, and I don't know, I was just I get antsy, ready for change. I'm definitely a go-getter. And I said yes. And I loved what I did, ribbon cuttings and groundbreakings and advocacy for small businesses. And I'm born and raised here. So it was just, I loved what I did externally for the organization. But internally, the culture was not healthy. It was very toxic.
At the bank or at the...
At the Chamber of Commerce.
Gotcha.
So banking was fine, but it was the Chamber of Commerce. And so I was just like, well, I took the opportunity to lead up, and I wasn't happy. And I said I wasn't happy. And they gave me walking papers. So.
Oh, like...
Yeah, 4-month severance package and peace out. So I'm in my mid-30s. I have 3 kids, a mortgage, a husband, and I'm like, okay, what's next? And I was kind of torn. Do I want to go into nonprofit? Sales is something I'm good at. It was definitely a fork in the road. Mm-hmm. So I took that time just to pause and kind of reflect on what I wanted to do. And what I wanted was less leadership, less of a role that's forward facing in the community. I wanted to work less and be with my kids, but still work, because that was important to me. And you're probably wondering, well, how did you...
Less leadership when you...
I do. So here's what happened. I applied, and the story is super important because people always, the number one question I ask is, number one, like, how do you break into sports? And then the fact that I'm a woman in men's professional sports and I'm the GM, like, you must have been a hockey player. No, I wasn't. Right. So I applied for a job in the Radisson, which is the Marquee Hotel downtown Kalamazoo here. Okay. And they are privately owned by Greenleaf Hospitality Group, as is the Kalamazoo Wings. Okay, so it's sports and entertainment and hospitality, one privately owned company. I applied for a fashion boutique, like a high-end fashion boutique in the hotel, to be the manager there, because I always liked clothes and fashion. And I used to shop there, but only on sale. And they came to me, HR said, you are overqualified. And I said, I know. And they said, you will be bored. And I said, that's okay. I'm not looking for a challenge. I'm not looking to be the face of anything, because my chamber job was very public facing. And they just said, well, we're going to get back to you. And I said, okay. So 3 more weeks, I continue to interview. They come back to me and they said, we've got something for you we think you'll be perfect for. And I said, oh yeah, what's that? And they said, the Kalamazoo Wings. And I said, the hockey team?
Do you ever watch hockey?
I did. I mean, I grew up here, so I would come to some games. Like, my parents would bring me. I took the kids to, like, when Landon, my son, was in Boy Scouts, they had a scout night, and I brought him. But I'd probably been to maybe 5 games in my 36 years at that point. And so my response was, and this is quote, I don't know shit about hockey. And they kind of laughed and they said, it's okay. We don't need someone at this level of hockey. And this still holds true this day. The GMs at this level do not do any player transactions. They're all the business. So you know how to run a business, you know how to sell, and you know how to build a sales team and culture, and you love Kalamazoo. And I said, yeah, I guess I am all those things. And then they told me the pay. It was a 35% pay cut from what I was making, because it's professional sports. People make the assumption that professional sports it's sexy, so it's lucrative. And so I thought, you know what? Why not? So obviously, I mean, we know the story ends, because I've been here now 11 years. It's the best job I never knew I wanted. And I also believe that if you do something that you really love and are passionate about, the money will follow. And it did.